Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Have you ever walked into an airport and felt a strange sense of calm or maybe a rising panic? Have you ever found yourself walking towards your gate without even looking at the signs? That's not a coincidence. It's by design. Airports are far more than just buildings with runways. They are massive, intricate machines designed to manage not just airplanes, but your mind. Today, we're diving into the art of arrival and exploring the fascinating psychology and engineering behind how airport design shapes your entire travel journey. Let's start with the moment you walk through the doors. You're likely a little stressed, maybe running late, and your senses are on high alert. Airport designers know this. Their first job is to calm you down and guide you without you even realizing it. This is called wayfinding, the science of helping people navigate complex spaces. The best airports use architecture to do the talking. For instance, many modern terminals feature high vaulted ceilings and huge windows. This isn't just for looks. The use of natural light and open space creates a feeling of calm and reduces the claustrophobia you might feel in a crowded place. Some designers even use what's called a transparent building philosophy. This means they try to give you a line of sight all the way to the airplanes on the tarmac. When you can see your ultimate destination, your brain automatically feels a better sense of orientation and purpose. But the manipulation goes deeper, right down to the floor you're walking on. Designers use color and light to pull you in certain directions. Humans are naturally drawn to warmth and light, so a brightly lit corridor or a pop of warm color can subconsciously guide you forward. Pay attention to the flooring next time you're at an airport. You'll likely notice that you tend to keep walking on the same surface. Whether it's carpet or tile, designers use this. They might lay out floor tiles in a pattern that points towards key areas like security or baggage claim. Sometimes, a darker line of tiles acts like an invisible arrow, directing the flow of traffic. This leads to a key psychological principle in airport design, Hick's Law. It states that the more choices a person has, the longer it takes them to make a decision. More choices equal more stress. So designers aim to create a clear, linear journey from check-in to the gate. However, they also know that nobody likes to feel herded like cattle. So they give you the illusion of choice. This can be as simple as offering different types of chairs at the gate, some with tables, some in clusters, some facing the window. It doesn't change your destination, but it gives you a small sense of control over your personal space, which lowers stress. Speaking of seating, its placement is incredibly strategic. Think about our primal instincts. We feel safest when we can see what's coming, with our backs protected. That's why airports try to minimize the number of seats that face away from the main walkway. The best seats are often arranged to give you a view of the surrounding area while still feeling secure, like our ancestors sitting at the mouth of a cave, watching the world go by. Another huge stressor is noise. The constant announcements, rolling suitcases, and chatter can be overwhelming. Modern airports prioritize noise reduction by using sound-absorbing materials like acoustic panels and carpets. They also strategically place waiting areas away from the loudest parts of the terminal. Some airports take it a step further. Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, for example, plays calming Indian sitar music at a low volume to create a more serene atmosphere. Of course, airports haven't always been these sophisticated psychological landscapes. Their history mirrors the evolution of flight itself. The very first airfields were just fields, with simple sheds for passengers. In the 1930s, the golden age of aviation, we saw the rise of ornate Art Deco terminals, as flying became a glamorous social event. Berlin's Tempelhof Airport even had a rooftop restaurant that could seat 3,000 people. Then came the jet age in the 50s and 60s, bringing with it the sleek, futuristic designs we associate with modernism. Architects began experimenting with sweeping curves and soaring ceilings, creating the iconic structures we see today. This era also led to different layouts to manage more people, like pier designs, where gates extend out from the main terminal, and satellite terminals, which are separate buildings connected by walkways or trains. So, let's walk through the modern airport journey, stage by stage. On average, you spend about 133 minutes in an airport before your flight. Around 20% of that time is spent on stressful processing activities like check-in and security. The journey begins with your arrival. Clear signage from the parking lot is the first step in reducing stress. Inside, the check-in hall is increasingly automated. Self-service kiosks and automated bag drops aren't just about efficiency. They're about reducing queues and the anxiety that comes with them. The design here is open and spacious to prevent you from feeling crowded or rushed. Next up is the security gauntlet, often the most dreaded part of the trip. Good design can make it bearable. By making the security area wider, longer, and free of columns, with high ceilings, it feels less like an interrogation room. Automated security lanes and advanced scanners are speeding up the process, making it less of a hassle. Once you're through security, a psychological shift happens. You go from being a stressed traveler to a valuable customer. Welcome to the golden hour. This is the period where you have time to kill, and the airport has things to sell. The design of the departures lounge is crucial for both your satisfaction and the airport's revenue. Retail and dining options are placed directly in your path to the gates. Here's a fun fact. Most terminal walkways curve slightly to the right. Why? Because most people are right-handed and tend to look and drift to the right. Consequently, more shops are placed on the right-hand side of the walkway. It's a subtle trick to maximize your exposure to retail. But it's not just about shopping anymore. Airports are competing to create the best experience. They're incorporating high-end restaurants, spas, quiet zones, and even incredible art installations. The goal is to turn your waiting time into an enjoyable part of your vacation. A perfect example is Singapore's Changi Airport. Its jewel complex, with the world's tallest indoor waterfall, the rain vortex, and a massive indoor forest and butterfly garden, is a destination in itself. This is called biophilic design, integrating nature into the built environment to create a calming, memorable experience. After relaxing and shopping, you head to the gate. This is your final waiting point. Here, the essentials are comfortable seating, charging ports, and clear information. Technology is making this final step smoother with automated boarding gates and even biometric identity verification. This brings us to the unseen architect of the modern airport: technology. The smart airport is already here. Biometric technology is a game changer. Soon, your face will be your passport and boarding pass. You'll walk from the curb to the gate in a touchless journey, with facial recognition handling check-in, security, and boarding. This isn't science fiction. It's being rolled out in airports around the world. Artificial intelligence is also working behind the scenes. AI-powered predictive analytics can forecast passenger flow, helping staff allocate resources to prevent bottlenecks before they even happen. Airport robots are already assisting with check-in, providing information, and even delivering food. As we look to the future, two major trends are shaping airport design: sustainability and inclusivity. The aviation industry has a significant environmental footprint, and airports are working to reduce it. New terminals are being built to LEED certification standards, incorporating solar panels, rainwater harvesting, and energy-efficient materials. London Heathrow replaced its diesel buses with electric ones. The goal for many is to reach net zero emissions by 2050. At the same time, airports are becoming more inclusive. Universal design principles ensure accessibility for passengers of all abilities, with features like ramps and specialized assistance. You'll also find more facilities like nursing rooms for parents and multi-faith prayer rooms, catering to the diverse needs of modern travelers. Finally, an airport is often a country's first impression. It's a cultural gateway. Architects are now drawing inspiration from local art, history, and traditions to give their designs a unique sense of place. For example, the interior of Terminal B at Moscow's Sheremetyevo Airport is inspired by Russian constructivism, telling the story of the nation through its design and color palette. It transforms the journey from a simple transit into a cultural experience. The airport of the future will be even more complex. As planes get bigger, terminals will need to expand. The challenge will be to keep the passenger journey simple and streamlined. We're seeing the rise of the Aerotropolis, entire cities built around airports, with residential, commercial, and entertainment facilities. And with new forms of air travel on the horizon, like electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOLs, we may soon see smaller, specialized vertiports integrated into our cities. From the color of the floor tiles to the curve of the ceiling, every element in an airport is part of a carefully orchestrated experience. The art of arrival is a constantly evolving blend of architecture, psychology, and technology. Its ultimate goal has always been, and will always be, the same: to get you from the curb to your plane as seamlessly, stress-free, and maybe even as enjoyably as possible. So next time you fly, take a moment to look around. You're not just in a building. You're inside a masterful piece of design that's been thinking about you long before you even arrived. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online.